Bro, just roll the intro already. Hello, everyone. This is weird, because I haven't uploaded. I mean, I technically did upload, but that's a shit post, but we can ignore that. Yeah, I'm sorry for not uploading last weekend. I just didn't have a video planned, and I was lazy, and I had to stay on top of schoolwork, so, you know. But, welcome back to Engines of BNSF. Today we are doing the Dash 944 CW, or, as I like to call it, the turbo fires of the railroad, because, like, every single day on BNSF, a turbo just freaking blows up on one of these things. It's insane. There's burn marks on, like, every single one in the fleet. So, yeah, I'll shut up respectfully, and, let's get on to the actual video part, where I talk about the basics and stuff of this locomotive. The General Electric Dash 944 CW is a 4,400 horsepower diesel-electric locomotive, which was introduced in 1993 by GE in Erie, Pennsylvania. The locomotive came equipped with a 16-cylinder 7FDL engine, with a C-C high-ad style trucks with a wheel diameter of 42 inches. The locomotive came equipped with a GE GMG 197 alternator and GE 5GE 752AH DC traction motors. The locomotive was 73 feet 8 inches long, 10 feet and 3 inches wide, and 16 feet and 0 inches in height. The locomotive weighed 425,000 pounds with a fuel capacity of 5,000 gallons. The locomotive had a top speed of 75 miles an hour and had a starting tractive effort of 142,000 pounds and a continuous tractive effort of 640,000 pounds at 13 miles an hour. The Santa Fe Years. The Santa Fe Railroad was one of the first customers, with 50 pre-production units being delivered in 1993. They were numbered 600 to 649, and later in 1994, production was in full swing, and the Santa Fe received yet another order of Dash 9s being numbered 650 to 699. These units served the Santa Fe for the remaining 2 years pre-merger. As one of the last locomotives the Santa Fe would order and operate. When the Santa Fe merged with the Burlington Northern on September 22nd, 1995, all Dash 9s were transferred ownership to BNSF. In the coming years, they would quickly be patched one by one with BNSF markings, typically on the rear of the long hood, just above the numbers, and on the sides of the cab. Going into the more modern era with the early BNSF years in the late 1990s. When BNSF first placed their new order for Dash 944 CWs, they had no official paint scheme. BNSF in these first years chose to use the Santa Fe's war bonnet paint scheme, but instead with big BNSF lettering on the side instead of Santa Fe. These Dash 9s would be renumbered to 700 through 799, 4700 to 4719, and with BNSF lettering on the nose added with the later 4700 series. These new Dash 9s would be nicknamed fake bonnets and were one of, if not the newest, BNSF locomotives on the roster, if not the first. BNSF would go on to order several more Dash 944 CWs, beginning with 960 to 1123 in Heritage 1 colors, BNSF 4000 to 4199 in Heritage 2, 43,000 to 5,532 in Heritage 2 colors. This is where the order stopped. Many of these units are still on BNSF active roster, with over 1,700 total being introduced to the fleet. Getting into really recent things with the Dash 9s. BNSF buy all of their units. Some were GECX leasers and BNSF paints, which the following road numbers were returned back to GECX in late 2019 and early 2020. 4470 through 4537, 4556 through 4587, 4591 and 4592, and 4772 through 4978 were all returned to GECX after their lease with BNSF expired. However, all other units that were officially bought were and are still on the roster to this day. Getting into rebuilds now. BNSF in 2015 announced a program to rebuild their Dash 9s, particularly their 600 series, as they were aging with old Santa Fe parts and Santa Fe lettering, etc., still being on to AC44C4Ms, just like Norfolk Southern was planning, but with a C6M program instead. Over the next year or so, 21 units were rebuilt. Unfortunately, the program did not see much success with BNSF and was shortly cut after. Current day. BNSF still has several active Dash 9s on their roster, but they have sadly shown signs of aging. Several early 2000s Dash 9s have had turbo failures and often have burn marks on their long hoods. Some of the Santa Fe 600 series have also suffered this issue. The Santa Fe units are still mostly around, with some unfortunately being unoperational, and even if they are operational, they are slowly breaking and their paint has faded to pink. Most of the 700 series, or the fake bonnets, are still around in their fake bonnet paints, along with the other series of locomotives besides the GECX leasers and wrecked locomotives. However, even the other Dash 9s are faded, worn out, burned, and sometimes even have mixed-matched parts. It's only a matter of time before these units are retired, just like their predecessors, the Dash 8s, which have already met the fate of being cut up and retired. Due to old age, DC traction motors, and worn-out parts, Dash 9 is possibly next on the cutting board for BNSF. So, enjoy these units while you can before it's too late. Hey guys! Thanks for watching the video. If you made it to the end, please hit the like button or something and subscribe if you're not already. It really helps the channel a lot, and you can receive notifications about awesome videos like this one. The Dash 9s have been a locomotive I've always wanted to cover ever since my Engines of Santa Fe series. Quick shout out to Metro West Productions and Bananas_2013 on Discord for the digital art. You guys are amazing. Anyways, with that being done and said, I will see you in the next video. Out on the high iron, most likely. Stay safe, everybody. And this is ATSF 2926 Productions signing off.